Hey everyone, it's Miss Doherty. Today marks week 3 of being away from school, and I don't know about you, but I have been having lots of time to create and make some lessons for you guys, but also to make some art and to do some drawing on my own. So I thought this would be a good time for us to make some sketchbooks together. So today for At Home Art with Miss Doherty, we are going to be making some elephant sketchbooks. Okay, elephant, yes. Elephant, you'll see why, sketchbooks. So for our materials today, you will need something similar to what I have listed. So you should have some sort of paper. White printer paper works really well. You can go into your home office there, go bother your parents for some white printer paper. That would be great. But you can use any type of paper that you find at home, even lined paper that you've been writing on, or graph paper, construction paper, drawing paper, any kind of paper you can get a hand of, okay? The thing is, it should all be the same size if you can. Okay, so in addition to paper, we also need a pencil, something to draw or write with, scissors, and a ruler. Now, usually when you would think of a book, like a sketchbook or a notebook, you'd probably think of using stapler maybe to attach the papers together, or maybe glue, maybe even some tape. I know that a lot of friends, for their free draw during art class, they really love to make books. And a lot of times you ask me to use the stapler. So what I'm doing with you today, you will never have to ask again for a stapler, which is pretty cool. If you're a 5th grade student of mine, you've already made these sketchbooks. Some 4th graders made them as well. So I hope that if you're an older sibling to a younger student, you can help them out with this. Okay, so let's get started. You should use somewhere around 6 pieces of paper. If you want to use less, you could use 4. If you want to use more, you could use 8. Okay, I like to use 6. There's a couple different ways that you can do this, but the way I like to do it is I like to separate into 3 and 3. A little bit of math. Maybe Mrs. Violet and Mrs. Weiss are watching. We might like that. So basically, with your 2 stacks of paper, remember this one has 3 and the other one also has 3, okay? You want to make sure that you're keeping them nice in line on the edges, and you're going to fold them in half to make books, making sure that the edges are lined up, giving it a nice crease, okay? So we'll go over it a couple times just to make sure it's creased pretty well. So there's my first booklet. I'm going to do the same thing with my second booklet. Okay, making sure the papers are nice together in line, giving it a crease. Now, is this hot dog or hamburger? Who knows? So if we fold it in half this way, it's hamburger. If we were to fold it in half the other way, it'd be hot dog. So keep that in mind a little bit later. We're actually going to need to know that. So basically with my 2 booklets, okay, I want to put them in front of me, spine to spine. So the spine of the book is the part where it's folded, okay? So sometimes in art I call that the folded edge, and this would be the flippy floppy edge. So you want to find the 2 folded edges of your booklets and put them together spine to spine. When you put them in front of you, you want to line them up, okay, as best as you can, right? So basically what you're going to end up wanting to do is you're going to want to take out your ruler, which is optional, and a pencil, which you definitely need. I'm actually going to use a marker so that you can see. I'm going to use a Sharpie. But as you know, with Sharpies, it can soak through the pages, and that can be really frustrating. And also, you can't erase them. So you should use a pencil at home, but I'm going to use a Sharpie so that you can see. The thing where the ruler comes in handy is if you want to, you can measure. A little bit of extra math work for you. You can measure where 1 inch is, okay? 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom. Like I said, you don't have to have a ruler. It's just kind of an extra step that you could use. So if you wanted to, okay, you can find the 1 inch mark and make a little mark 1 inch from the top. I'm gonna go all the way down to the bottom now, and 1 inch from the bottom, okay? So we want to make 2 marks at our paper, 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom. If you don't have a ruler, you can just guess where somewhere around 1 inch is. The reason why I asked you to put your 2 spines together is because you want to make that little line match up or line up. So I'm going to take my pencil or whatever drawing material I have, and I'm going to make that line extend from one booklet to the next. So they should be matching up pretty well. Okay. Now at this point, I'm going to do two different things to the booklet. So I'm going to put one booklet down, and I'm going to take the other one. Okay. So on my first booklet, I'm going to draw a line, okay, that connects these two marks. It does not need to be perfect. It's really hard for me to see when I'm doing it like this, so mine is pretty funky. So just proof. It's okay if it's not perfect. Do your best. If you are somebody who likes to use a ruler, you can use your ruler. Before you jump ahead and do the same thing to the other side, you're going to do something totally different. Ready? You're going to take this little line and you're going to make a line that goes straight up to the top until you reach the edge of your paper. Then you're going to go down to this one and you're going to make a line that goes from this point down to the bottom of your paper. So on this booklet, you have two small shapes that have been drawn. Whereas in the other booklet, it looks totally different because you have one big, long, rectangular shape. Okay? All right, so for now, we're actually all done with the pencil, or in this case, my Sharpie, and the ruler, so you can put those materials away, and you can grab your scissors, okay? When you're cutting today, make sure that you cut nice and slow and take your time. You're gonna be cutting in two different ways, similarly to how we drew in two different ways, so you're gonna do one at a time. All right, so first I'm gonna take this booklet. I'm gonna cut on the line and only on the line. So my strategy here is I'm going to cut two cuts up, 1, 2, and then I'm gonna turn and come in on the inside and cut that line. Remember, my line was a little bit funky because of the way I was drawing it. So if that were to bother you, you were using a pencil, so you could erase that. I'm gonna put that one away, and I'm gonna cut the other one out on the line. So this time it's two cuts on the top and two cuts on the bottom. So one up, turn my paper, one to the side, one up, and one to the side. All right, so this one looks very different from this one. I actually have been starting to work on a Mona Lisa puzzle. It's in my kitchen right now, taking up a lot of space. And I'm thinking about puzzles. Does it kind of seem like these two might fit together? They do. So these two pieces, the reason why we measured it so that they could be 1 inch from the top and 1 inch from the bottom is because we want to fit these two pieces together. So that's why we don't need scissors, we don't need glue. I'm sorry, we did need scissors, but we don't need glue and we don't need staples, okay? So I want you to open each one up to the center. So here's my booklet. Open this one up to the center, and I want you to see how each one is different. Booklet number 2, open up to the center. When I open up to the center, I can see, okay, through it. I want you to keep that in mind. Let's call this like a window. The other booklet, okay, there is no window. So basically, this is the one that we want to do some extra folding. Remember how I told you should remember the difference between hot dog and hamburger? So what I want you to do with this one, it was folded hamburger. I want you to fold it hot dog. But this time, okay, don't crease it. Just hold it in between your hands. Hold it like you're gonna throw a football. Some people call this one, it's like a burrito. Okay, or I guess you could keep it as a hot dog. Now I'm getting really hungry. So this one you're gonna hold as a hot dog, burrito, taco, whatever you want it to be. And the other one you're gonna keep open, like a window. All right, so I want you to basically now throw your hot dog, burrito, taco, whatever you want to call it, throw it right through the window until you get about halfway through. Then I want you to admire your beautiful piece of art because that is your elephant. There's the elephant's trunk and its 2 ears. Kind of silly, but that's how it got its name. So there's its 2 ears and its trunk. That's your elephant, okay? But right now my paper is stuck halfway through. So all I want to do is I want to unwrap my burrito, unwrap my hot dog, my taco, whatever you're calling it, okay? So that it can fit within my book, all right? Then everything gets folded back in its normal hamburger way. And all the pages are stuck together. No staples, no tape, no glue. It's all stuck together. Now, in art class, sometimes it can be tough because if you didn't get that step the first time, it's hard to, get back into place. However, you guys are watching on a video, so you can fast forward it and try it again if that was a little tricky for you. I also like to say in art class, if you have somebody next to you or somebody near you that's doing a great job and they know the steps, they can be a teacher for you. So if there's somebody at home next to you who's got it, chances are they can do a great job teaching you how they got it done. Okay, so again, here is my elephant sketchbook. No tape, no staples, no glue, just scissors, a pencil, and a ruler is optional as well. Now, what do we do with these sketchbooks? Well, I think, you have a lot of opportunities to do some drawing at home. And I think just like when you journal and you keep all your things, all your writing, your poetry, you keep it all together in one place, I think it might be nice for you during the next couple weeks that we have off from school to kind of remember this time, remember the drawings that you created. So I know some of you are watching some of Mo Willems' videos every day around lunchtime. There's some other authors and illustrators and artists out there who are doing some really cool draw everyday videos on their YouTube channels, and maybe you're following some other artists like that, or maybe you're just doing your own drawings. So from now on in my YouTube videos, I might refer to sketchbooks. I might say something like, oh, take out your sketchbooks and you can practice here. So I think it would be really cool for you to have one. If you want to make it even more special, something that you could do is you could take a piece of colored construction paper. If you have it, you don't need to use colored construction paper, but you can. You can fold that in half like this, okay? When you open it up, it should be a similar size to your book, just a little bit bigger, and you could make a sketchbook cover. To attach it, you can use glue if you want to, or you can just kind of keep taking it in and out of the cover like you would a folder. Okay, so perhaps you can even have some fun drawing on your sketchbook cover and decorating it however you'd like. Just like how in art class we decorate our portfolios, our folders full of artwork, it might be fun for you to decorate your sketchbook with some things that you love as well. If you make a sketchbook and you want to share it with me, I'd love to see it. You can email me pictures, you can post them on Twitter, and be sure to keep checking out my YouTube channel and subscribe, because I'm going to keep posting some more videos as we continue to have more days off from school. And just know that I'm at home missing you guys, and I hope to see you soon.